The only technology to have shown an increase in productivity prior to the Industrial Revolution was book production. This graph from 1500 to 1850 shows that efficiency in book production went up by a factor of 25 prior to the 18th century. The technology was put into use, and there was an exponential increase in the number of books published per decade in England in the 18th century, kind of an early version of Moore's Law, I suppose. And not surprisingly, there were more people who could read these books. In the 18th century, for the first time, a majority of Englishmen were literate. Why should literacy matter? Well, there's a reason that we also call this era the Enlightenment. Namely, with widespread literacy, knowledge began to replace superstition and ignorance. If a large percentage of the population is disabused of certain notions, such as that Jews poison wells, heretics go to hell, witches cause crop failures, children are possessed by the devil, Africans are brutish, and so on, that will undermine many rationales for institutionalized violence. As Voltaire said in this era, those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities. Also, literacy is a technology of cosmopolitanism, of exposing people to new ideas and ways of life and perspectives. It is plausible that as people consume more fiction and history and journalism, they tend to get into the habit of imagining life from other people's point of view, and it is also plausible that that could expand their circle of empathy and lead to less cruelty. That is, if you habitually try to imagine what life was like from other people's points of view, perhaps you take a little less pleasure in watching them being burned to death.